And welcome back to the hot stage. Big WRC Rally Estonia update. It's happening in July, a couple of months from now, as of May the 17th at the very least. And it's said to be a 50-hour event in 2026. It's going to be a major shake-up. But this is all done for cost saving, and they think it's going to be a bigger impact. A longer format is going to enhance the sporting drama and boost Estonia's profile within the WRC. What do you mean by a longer format? Well, we get into that in a second, but what they think it's going to mean is it's going to be better for fans, more hours of action, more opportunities to see the WRC stars in action, they're saying, stronger for the teams, a format that rewards performance reliability across a longer, more demanding event, but in a shorter time span, maybe, potentially. But Rally Estonia, they're looking at a 50-hour event, and let's get into that right now, shall we? So, here's one of the two articles we're going to be looking at. First, this on Rally Journal and the other one on Dirtfish. So the organisers have revealed the route for this year's event, which takes place in July, and a new format is going to be tested. Now, this is where it differs. So traditionally, it says, Rally Championship events are going to begin on Thursday morning with the shakedown before a short spectator stage is normally held in the evening, or 3 stages as we've just had recently in Portugal. That was also the case in Estonia last year. And now this year, however, the action's not going to begin until Friday morning's shakedown. After that, the drivers are going to complete their media duties before heading to the opening special stage following the lunch break. Now, Friday's itinerary features familiar stages, and they're going to each be run twice. The loops will be separated only by a short tyre fitting dirt zone. The day concludes with the Alva City stage. Now, while Friday includes what we think is going to be fewer competitive kilometres than last year, Saturday is going to feature almost half of the rally's entire distance, with around, it says, 150 kilometres of stages. The morning loop consists of, again, 2 passes through, I'm not even going to try and pronounce them, in the afternoon. We've got Kamja and Otapa will also run twice before the spectator stage, again, closes the day. Now, Sundays consist solely of the 24-kilometre Karuku stage, which will be run twice. The Super Sunday concept is therefore similar to last year's rally in Finland, where the final day features 2 run through Onenpoja in Finland. Now, in practice, Rally Estonia, and this is what is interesting, this may be controversial for some, will be completed in just 48 hours. When you look at the opening stage, beginning at 1:03 on a Friday, and the power stage starts at 1:15 on the Sunday. However, the organisers have not reduced the competitive distance, and this is what is significant, with the rally covering a total of 301.8 kilometres. Now, it says here, by removing a full day of the schedule, the organisers aim to reduce costs for teams, which I think is a plus. Teams can now arrive in Estonia a day later, which will generate significant savings, especially for larger operations. Overall, I think that is a plus, but condensing it into 2 days, if it does mean, as you said, that we've got the tyre fitting zone, so if something goes wrong with a rally car, you don't have as many places, say, for example, if you have a little bang, to fix it, meaning more people can exit the rally potentially. And I'm very glad, though, that the rally is done over 301.8 kilometres. What I don't understand, if you're going to do that, why not have I always say this, and I've not yet found an answer to this. Why have such a small stage on Sunday? I mean, at 1 o'clock, people are still working. And I've always said, have the evening stage on the Friday, great. And then have Saturday and Sunday full days of rallying, maybe finishing early on the Sunday. That it just boggles the mind. I can only assume maybe it's for travel or something, while they finish about just after lunchtime. Albeit I was in Monte Carlo, and yeah, everyone was still partying till late in the night, if I'm honest. So I really do not understand. It's just bizarre, if I'm honest. It's really, really strange as to why we don't get that full Sundays running. I know at this point it feels like flogging a dead horse, so to speak, if you excuse the expression. But yeah, again, Dirtfish have got this article, Rally Estonia to be run over 50 hours. But what I think is interesting, and it was the race director pictured in the thumbnail as well, Ermo Ava, I think. He said, we have to look at what our partners need. We understand the teams need to save labour costs, correct, and we have to help. for this. From our side, the economic impact will be made by spectators coming to watch the event will be the same. Thursday becomes like a promotional day. I like that. Everybody's aim has been to save the cost, but to have a bigger outcome. I think this has been a wise proposal. We are a compact rally and we can do this. I don't have a massive problem making the rally compact as long as it's the same amount. I just think it's weird about the Friday. He said, we've made it simple for our competitors. If you still want to come on the recce Tuesday and Wednesday, you can do this. But we have the option to do the recce on Wednesday in part on Thursday. I think that's brilliant. Very, 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 very good. Now, this is what I thought was interesting, though, which isn't in the Rally Journal article, when they're talking about the long jump. Literally, a very long jump. Last year, Dirtfish says, we reported on Rally Estonia's ambitions to enter the longest jump ever in the World Rally Championship. While those plans haven't, sadly, come to fruition, it's still at the forefront. And he said of the organisers' mind, and he said, this is still the plan, but we have to make some changes, some of the stages to make this happen. Right now, we have a contract with the WRC promoter. Okay, we don't know who that's going to be leading forward, but that's another thing entirely. For 1 year only, just for this year. If we are going to make changes to the route, we must have a contract for a longer term. We are looking forward to talking about this. He said, I've convinced enough people in our organising committee, and we now do it with scientists. Science to really calculate everything. The plan is not to make any crazy jump, but really we have found from the nature this quite fast place where the road is dropping away, so the landing will be smooth. Interesting stuff. But there we go. Rally, big update for Rally Estonia. If you did make it to the end, consider giving us a subscribe. That would be absolutely amazing. In a couple of weeks, we've obviously got the next round of Rally Japan. But before that, we have the European Rally Championship. I believe their Swedish round, which I'm quite excited at. Martin Sess is going to be there. We've done a video about that. Thank you very much. Keep subscribing. On the way to 1,000. When we get there, I'll do something special. I don't know what, but I absolutely can't wait. But until then, we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much. Stay safe, but above all else, stay sideways.